All right, what's up, y'all? Jerry here, and we are back with another daily live stream. And y'all know we don't waste any time around here, man. We are hopping on in. We are in a puppy draft, the Puppy 3. We drafted a lot of these yesterday, man. I did my first couple puppies like pretty recently, and then we knocked out about 10 yesterday. So feel like we got a pretty good feel for them. See how it goes, and look at all these non-badgers, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man, happy August. Happy August. By the way, please let me know how the mic sounds. Still getting used to it, trying to figure it out, fine tune it. So please let me know how the mic is. I hope it's good. If it's shit, please let me know immediately. But what time is it? Bro, it's time to draft. It's puppy time. Come on now. It's time for some Jiri football. Come on now. Money anything. How we doing? Wheels up for Ted Hurst. Egbuka likely out week 1. Dude, that's not good for my big eliminator team. I don't like a lot of Egbuka. My first big eliminator that I did has Egbuka as my wide receiver 1. So that's not good for that. It's also a thinner wide receiver room too. So man, we got a lot to talk about today because Mark Curry is right. There are Q tags everywhere, dude. And we did a $500 draft last night, so I'm kind of glad we dodged the Jordan Tyson bullet because that's the big one today. That's the big mic drop. And man, 2 months he's gonna be out. They have a week 8 bye, so I kind of just assume it would be after the bye week. Why would you play him like 1 or 2 weeks before the bye? I don't really get that, especially for someone with as many injury concerns and history as him. So that's not good. But I'm pretty underweight Jordan Tyson. I think I'm at about 3%. I do have him in one of my $75 drafts though, which I don't love, but at least he's not my wide receiver 1 on that team. So we're 2 picks away right here. This is a puppy number 12 for me, maybe. And we'll see who's available for us. James Cook, Ashton Genty. I'm clicking one of those guys. I'm not taking JJ. If y'all saw our $500 big dog yesterday, we passed on Justin Jefferson at 16. I think that was more so my doing than Emo Cowboys. But honestly, man, in a $500 draft, I know how thirsty people get for their running backs, and starting 2 just like strong bell cow proven running backs just feels very comfortable when you're spending $500. Now $250 for me, I guess, because Emo Cowboy and I split it, but why not? Let's just replicate that start. We started with James Cook in that one. Let's pick up Derrick Henry here as well. I'm lower on Derrick Henry this year, but more and more I'm starting to think that I just might be wrong. I mean, he's the big dog, man. He's a Hall of Famer. You know, if he just cleans up his fumbling issues from last year, that's honestly the biggest concern for me. So hopefully that was more so mental. Hopefully he worked on that in the offseason. We've all seen Derrick Henry's offseason workouts, so I'm sure he included some fumble protection in that one. And yo, what's up, Nez? Appreciate you letting me know that the mic is clean and sappy. Sounds good as well. Thank you. Appreciate it. Money Thing was gifted a membership, and your gift to me is DeJon Stribling. Dude, it is. I will forever remind people that you were the absolute first DeJon Stribling touter. No one else was doing it pre-draft, and you were so confident that you didn't even let me know or let us know until you maxed the big board, which is hilarious. But hey, I got 1 share of DeJon Stribling, I think on like my 2nd or 3rd last team, something like that. So maybe we should go and look at that team later, man, just to see if maybe, you know, round 20 DeJon Stribling absolutely shipped it for us. Stockton doesn't love these Q tags for himself. 11% Tyson, 14% Breece Hall. Tyson's definitely more concerning than Breece Hall. Although, I don't know, man. They said like week to week, another groin. Like, what's with all these groins, man? Jeez. But It's so tough, man. I think the Igbuka one is really concerning. They've been so just sketchy with their reporting on it, like saying I think the does this underdog thing say week to week, day to day? I think so, right? Yeah, day to day, week to week. I don't like that, dude. To me, I read that as month to month. And it says toe sprain. Dude, if they drop the double T's, the turf toe, it's dude, it's GG's for Ibuka. Not actually, but dude, turf toe's legit. Sounds so innocent, but I've had it myself when I played football, and that shit sucks, dude. Like you can't even walk properly, man. Cause it's pretty much like spraining your big toe. And yeah, dude, that shit sucks, especially as a receiver who like jumps off of their feet and just uses their feet for, I mean, everything. It's a big deal, man. And yeah, turf toe is a toe sprain. Yes. It turf toe just makes it sound so innocent, but yeah, sprain toe, and it's a big deal. I mean, we all remember Joe Burrow. Was it was it last year with the turf toe with Burrow? I think it was. I don't know, man. Everything gets so so blended together now. But yo, what's up, Ray? How we doing? Mine anything likes the James Cook at 11. I do too, man. I think if I have one draft, I'm James Cook over Genty. I've said that for a little bit now and backed it up in the $500 big dog. And by the way, man, just got to get this out of the way. But dude, beyond grateful for yesterday and everyone showing up just to help celebrate me, man. Incredible. So grateful, so blessed, and happy to keep it going, man. We're just getting rolling. The marathon continues, and we out here streaming every day. Now, I'll be honest. When I woke up today, man, I was fucking exhausted, dude. I was so drained. Last night, I was just way overstimulated when I ended that live stream. Like my brain was just buzzing. A lot of stuff to digest when you're talking to yeah, like 10 different people over 10 hours and drafting football teams too. But we're 2 picks away right here. Zay Flowers is still on the board. If he's there at 35 for me, would love it. 10 seconds. Come on now. We saw Brees Hall just go at 30 in this draft. Going to be monitoring where he goes a little bit. He was actually moving up recently after being, labeled the bell cow in that backfield, but who knows if that's the case now. I'm going to go T. Higgins right here. Zay Flowers got taken. Man, Zay Flowers would have been so nice too because that actually would have been the same start as our $500 draft. But let's take T. Higgins right here, get a little week 17 correlation with Derrick Henry. I like that a lot. And on the way back, looking at some receivers here, Garrett Wilson, Tet, if I want them. Josh Allen is still here. He would stack up with James Cook. Colson Loveland, always a guy I like to pull up. I got a lot of options. Let's take Tet. Let's take Tet on this one. We'll get another receiver. And the main reason for that is at the next turn, pick 59, 62 for myself. Those receivers feel disgusting now. I don't have my go-to click anymore. I would take Parker Washington in round 6 almost every draft I did, aside from when I needed a quarterback. Or he got sniped from me. But one of the big reasons why I'm extremely low on Tyson, one, I'm fading injured guys for the most part, especially guys who are unproven with a long, extended injury history. And I'm just pulling up Parker Washington above him, man. Every time I drafted Parker Washington above Jordan Tyson, which makes me feel pretty good. Yeah, anytime there's a foot or toe injury, there is a definite reason to be concerned. Eddie George, turf toe. Stockton had turf toe while playing college hoops. Not fun. Taking Waddle and Wilson over Igbuka till I hear otherwise. Yeah, pretty easily. I mean, you didn't include Tet in there. Are you taking Tet over Igbuka? I'm interested to know. And I still don't even know how I feel about. I go back and forth with how I feel about Tet. Not gonna lie, but I believe in the first round draft pick talent, and hopefully Bryce Young can get his shit together. But yo, what's up, Kurt Rambis? How we doing, man? Missed you yesterday, my friend, but hey, we had a great time. We had a great time. We brought you up multiple times, so you were there in spirit for sure. And it did go awesome. Aside from a bit of a rocky start, with our little mic situation, I literally broke my mic getting the live stream started and like putting my setup together and had to delay it an hour, run to Best Buy, get a new mic, and figured out the settings as we went. But hey, man, 500 subs, still a rookie. We're always going to be learning, man. Always going to be learning, getting better. That's just what we do. Okay, Stockton would also take Tet above Igbuka, but don't like the Carolina playoff schedule at all. Honestly, I haven't even looked at it too much, aside from knowing like Tet plays Seattle week 17, which really is not a great week 17 matchup. I mean, one of the worst, really. But I mean, maybe they're just down a lot and they have to throw. I feel like Seattle, they're going to have a really tough time running against because I'm not big on Chuba or Jonathan Brooks. So maybe they do just have to throw it a lot. Maybe they're in that shitty NFC South. Maybe they think they have a little chance of actually winning the division at that time of the year, like last year. So could just be pedal to the metal. And man, I'm still getting used to all these new pictures. They're interesting, man. A lot of them are bullish. A lot of them are bearish. Like Mike Evans' new picture. I don't like it, man. It's not looking good for him right there. But another old guy, man, Devontae Adams. I don't know. His picture's kind of bullish. Maybe it's those LA photographers or whatnot. But man, what do I do here? On the clock, Lamar is still here. Could take him, but so is Judkins. Do I try and push Lamar around the turn? No, honestly, I don't even love Judkins that much. If Judkins comes back to me at 62, I'll take him, but I'm going to take Lamar Jackson right here. I think Judkins is more likely a bust than like a league winner. So I'm just going to go with Lamar, my highest drafted quarterback. Absolutely love him. And I don't draft a lot of Derrick Henry, so I actually don't know if I have a team with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. So that's kind of fun. And glad I took Tet because wide receivers are disgusting. I don't like Carnell Tate. Sorry. Tyler Warren's interesting, just has a round 6 click. I did queue up Jadarian Price, and I think that's who I'm going to take. I took Tet. Price gives me a week 17 bring back. We were just talking about that Seattle game and just talking about, Seattle probably playing from a lead and Carolina having to play catch up. So let's go ahead and grab Jadarian Price right there. Also, please let me know if you experience any lag. I just realized I forgot to plug in my Ethernet cable. If it's fine, we'll just leave it. If it is a little bit laggy, then I'll go grab it and plug it in real quick. Appreciate it. Money and Things said it the best. Judkins is a Brown. Can't be a league winner on the Browns. I mean, maybe. Could argue, like, I don't know if you would consider Harold Fannin a league winner, but Harold Fannin was an absolute smash last year. Then again, he was going undrafted, not in the 5th round. Who knows, man? One of the receivers really could be this year. Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston. I don't have too much of either of them. I probably have as much Jerry Jeudy as I do those two guys combined, if not more. But they're going like 130 plus. And if you can get a wide receiver 1 for 130 plus, pretty nice. Now, could say the same thing for the Dolphins, and their wide receivers are going even later. But I don't know, man. These are some bad teams we're talking about here. Money, I think, just drafted a BBM at 11, pulled up Loveland to the early 4th, trying to avoid T-Mac. Nothing against the player, just worried about the Panthers offense. I don't necessarily blame you. I have similar concerns, but it's just a bet on talent, really. And if he can get double-digit touchdowns, he got 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns as a rookie, man. That's pretty good, and if he can get double-digit touchdowns, then he really could be a league winner and improve his consistency. He was pretty inconsistent last year. May sound disgusting, but 2/3 of your BBMs have been from the 11? What? I'm guessing you haven't done them. How many BBMs have you done on your thing? No top 5 picks? Absolutely brutal. I mean, historically speaking, the back end of the draft board has been pretty good. And it doesn't necessarily feel too bad right now. It felt a little better when the wide receivers in like round 3, 4, 5, 6 were better because I have a lot of teams where I started 2 anchor running backs and then just went 4 straight receivers, and it felt fantastic. Money, I think 20 max. Gotcha. Gotcha. What's up, Best Ball and Call? How we doing? The Cats back. Yeah, we got Momo chilling up there, man. They were just chilling hard during the stream yesterday, man. They were just kind of laying on the couch, laying on the carpet, just relaxing. Now we're 1 pick away right here. Caleb Williams is still here. Damn, dude. Kind of wish I had Loveland. Now that I think about it, man. But honestly, if Chris Godwin's still here, that feels like a smash pick with this Igbuka news. DK Metcalf is there too, though. 8 picks past ADP. Not expected to practice this week. Unspecified injury. Bro, what is with all these injuries, man? Let's just take DK. We'll take the faller, man. And we are 2 picks away. If Caleb's still there at 86, I might consider him. Okay, he just gets taken. Did this guy have Rome? No, he took an unstat Caleb. Don't blame him at all. So my pick, I think I'm going to lean towards either Godwin or Dowdle. Could get my 4th running back here and potentially even stop at 4 with Cook, Henry, Price, and Dowdle. Or I can grab my 4th receiver and Chris Godwin. Well, Dowdle gets taken. So, yeah, I think the pretty easy click here is Chris Godwin. Feels like a huge tier break at receiver to me. I don't desperately need another running back, and we can get tight ends later in the draft. So let's grab Chris Godwin, and we're starting this draft nice, man. Lamar Jackson at quarterback, running backs, James Cook, Derrick Henry, Jadarian Price, and wide receivers, we have T. Higgins, Tedero McMillan, DK Metcalf, and Chris Godwin. I mean, T, Tet, and DK, these guys all could just get double-digit touchdowns, which feels pretty good in best ball. And then was drafting a lot of Godwin before Igbuka's injury, but feel a lot more confident about it now. So happy to take him here. Money and things saying the Falcons offense looks like a dumpster fire, so no Bijan or Drake London. Also no Puka, who may get suspended and injured. It actually could work well. Yeah, man, I think the front, like the top 5 picks or whatever, I feel like they felt a lot better earlier in the offseason than they do right now. Because these like end of round 2, early round 3 clicks don't feel so great. So that's fine. Yo, we got Kurt Rambis with the 1250. Yo, appreciate you, Kurt. Half of the next draft we do free tonight or some other draft this week. I'll let you know, man. I'll let you know for sure. I think I might just go solo tonight because I was talking with so many people yesterday. I was talking with so many people yesterday, man. So I think I might just go solo tonight. But yeah, I'll definitely hit you up. Thursday, I'm having Chris the Candyman on. Been needing to have him on for a while. Was supposed to have him on the other week, but he had to cancel for some work reasons, which, I mean, life comes first, man. Life comes first. But Yeah, Rambus, we definitely have to have you on. Maybe tomorrow night. We'll see though. It depends if I end up working late or not. I might. You'll be hearing from me. What's up, Jose? How we doing? We are in a puppy right now. Might do a BBM after though. I've been thinking about it. And how we doing, K-Space? Welcome to the stream, my friend. But I only have 8 Best Ball Manias left. I know, only 8. There's some people that still have like 100. But I'm very much an early drafter. I haven't done a BBM in like 4 or 5 days. So I did want to get a little warm up in the puppy before hopping in that if I do decide to. Now, we are 2 picks away right here. Diggs still on the board, not interested. Okay, he goes. I think is there a quarterback I would want? No, I'm going to push quarterback. Let me take Kenny Gainwell. Feels like the last running back in a tier for me. And Harold Fannin and Kyle Pitts are still here. I'm going to take one of these tight ends, assuming one comes back to me as my first. I have a lot more Kyle Pitts than I do Harold Fannin, mainly because I was clicking Pitts over Fannin like almost every time. But Pitts gets taken, and Casey Concepcion. Very interesting at 109 right there. But quarterbacks, I mean, Stafford, Goff, Murray, Love, Baker. Could take Baker, pull him up to stack with Godwin, but he falls to the 130 sometime. Could come back to us with our next pick. So I'm going to take Harold Fannin, who also falls 8 picks. Don't have a lot of him. Want a little bit more. Feels like a great pick. Really like how this team is starting out. We have a 1-4-4-1 Lamar Jackson at quarterback. Running backs, James Cook, Derrick Henry, Jadarian Price, and Kenny Gainwell. Wide receivers, T. Higgins, Tedero McMillan, DK Metcalf, and Chris Godwin. Tight ends, Harold Fannin. Let's go. Team's absolutely cooking. Meyer's been a big follow too. Kind of surprised he even goes here at 114. He's been falling to like the 130s all the time. And it's kind of crazy to see that like these quarterback prices really haven't changed that much this whole offseason. Usually they fall like a good round and a half, and they have been slipping a little bit and a little bit more recently. But for the most part, man, these quarterback prices have been extremely expensive this year. 3 quarterbacks, the new meta for a lot of people, and they're definitely drafting like it, man. Yo, what's up, Steven? How we doing? Round 18, Matt Hibner. Dude, I actually just heard this guy's name for the first time today, but backup tight end for the Baltimore Ravens. You know what, dude? I actually might do that. I might do that. Really not a bad call because I'm a Mark Andrews fader. I think I have 3% Mark Andrews, which I'm very happy with that percentage. I don't want to be over 4 whatsoever. There's not a lot of players I'll really full fade because when I'm doing, 700 drafts or whatever, you don't want to be completely out on too many people just in case, man. Steven, taking him 2 times with Lamar. Yeah, having him with Lamar, I feel like it's the only time you would want to take him. And I wonder where he goes. Would be interesting to all 5 targets for 61 yards. So I didn't see any of the preseason stuff this weekend. Was a very, very busy weekend for me. And I didn't even get to catch up today. But hey, 5 targets, all 5 catches with a bum in Mark Andrews. Yeah, honestly seems like a pretty sharp click. Yeah, Cincy bring back is also an option. I do have T. Higgins already, which I like a lot. Baker's still on the board. If he does come back to me at 131, I will victory lap that. These guys both have 2 quarterbacks, and then the guy in front of me has 1. with Josh Allen and no Bucks. So I like my chances of getting Baker on the way back. Hibner moves well. That's important, man. Especially for tight ends and a receiving tight end, because a lot of them could just be like clunky, and then you're just a blocking guy, right? Now we're one pick away. Baker's still there. This guy, caveman flips. Am I reading that right? All right, takes Isaiah Likely. So perfect. Hey, we were just talking. Sometimes Baker falls back to the 130s. That's what happens here. Smash. Absolute smash. I'm not taking Mark Andrews. We're talking about our guy Hibner. I might just take a fifth running back right here and be done. Keaton Missile would be a ton of fun. Or I can get Dallas Goedert, who I like a lot too. But at the next turn, I think I'm going to like tight end a lot more than I will running back, because Tajay Spears used to be a go-to click of mine as well. Still like him a lot, but he's definitely been rising. Okay, Missile goes. That's unfortunate. Tracy Marks, I don't want them on this team. Shaheed is another piece of Seattle. Denzel Boston's here too if we want another receiver, but yeah, I want Shaheed. Going Shaheed over Goddard on this one. I want to get my fifth receiver right here. We're also kind of just building up this Seattle-Carolina matchup a little bit, where we have Jadarian Price and Rashid Shaheed, and then Tedero McMillan as our little bring back. And then we also have Cincinnati and Baltimore. So those are kind of the two games that we are targeting right now. I like it. I also just liked getting Shaheed on this team when I have guys like T. Higgins, Tet, Metcalf. I mean, these guys are spike week guys, but just a young, fast, like field stretching guy in Rashid Shaheed, I'm happy with, and really hoping that there's a tight end on the way back that I like. But I mean, we're talking about Hibner, probably going 3 tight ends anyways. Fan and Goddard and Hibner would be pretty fun, but I mean, if Strange, Juwan, Chig fall back to me, that would feel great. If not, we can always push tight end, man. It's the one position you should be the most comfortable pushing. Kurt Rambis saying Concepcion looked really good and Duckfoot didn't get a target. I wouldn't read into that too much, man. The target stuff. I don't know how long they played for too. If they played like a full half or something like that and he didn't get a target, that's a big deal. But if he played like one drive and he didn't get a target, that means like nothing to me. So yeah, Juwan is definitely good with the Tyson news. And I'm already like very overexposed on Juwan Johnson, one of my higher drafted tight ends and one of my highest drafted tight ends in Best Ball Mania as well. So really, really happy with that. The Juwan bags and fading Tyson is serving me well. Now, I feel like they have to bring in another receiver, right? Is tomorrow Keenan Allen signing day? Is tomorrow the day? I hope so, man. So we're 5 picks away right now. 3 of these guys only have 1 tight end. Juwan Johnson's the last tight end in a tier on the board. Really hoping he falls back to me. Well, he goes. That's fine. We can get tight ends later. So with my next pick, do I want to target a wide receiver or running back? I could get a 6th wide receiver or a 5th running back. Jacoby Lane could be kind of interesting. Just betting on Lamar. And this this contest hasn't been open for too long. So there's not going to be too many teams with really cheap Jacoby Lane. I think I might just do it. Like, why not? He's not going to fall back to me at the next turn. Or, you know what? Let me get my guy Spears. Yeah, let me get Spears first. Because I don't want to take 2 wide receivers here. Actually, or do I? Let me get Lane. I'm going back and forth. This is my first draft of the day. All right, but I think I might be able to push a fifth running back till later. Yeah, this guy does take Spears. Honestly, that's fine. Because I can take Trey Tucker or I can take Dontavian Wicks. It's one or the other, and I lean towards Tucker. I like some Trey Tucker, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Let's take Trey Tucker on this team. Or yeah, I like Tucker. I was gonna say, or we could take Jalen McMillan. He would be another stack with Baker Mayfield, and then we would be like full fading Igbuka on this team with Godwin and McMillan. But I'm okay with that. We already have two pieces of Baltimore, and we might look at a tight end on Baltimore later. So don't want to be too overstacked on a couple teams, but yeah, Lane felt right, like the right pick there. Steven wanted Wicks. Don't blame you there either. I have been trying to get some Wicks up. Wanted to get a little more in the eliminator. And yeah, the season long, I'm not as sold just because like for him to really pay off, he has to hit in the playoffs. And it's still a little dicey, but if he is just a wide receiver 2 and the Lemon has more of like a, I don't want to say redshirt year, but it takes a year to really like develop and find his role in that offense, then Wicks could definitely smash. Been getting a lot of positive coach speak. And yo, we got the garage popping in here with the GMs. Yo, how we doing, man? How we doing? We got Candyman. We were talking about it earlier, but we got Candyman coming on the show Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. And if y'all don't know the Fantasy Garage, man, absolutely crushing it. 1,000 subscribers this year as well. So really, really excited to have him on. Had a great time when I was on his show. Levernucky saying the only tight end he can't pass on is Kincaid. Feels like such a smash. Well, he definitely could, man. If he earns like more of a target share, actually, I don't even think it's earned. I think it's just a health thing. So if he can be healthy and get the target share that he kind of deserves, yeah, dude, absolute smash. And I feel like in these like 120 range, the 120s, 130s, this is where we find like some of the stud tight ends that just really, really pay off their value. Like I was absolutely hammering Colson Loveland, Tyler Warren, Tucker Kraft, these guys when they were going in the 130s last summer. And sometimes even in the 140s, man. I had teams with Tucker Kraft at like 145 last summer. So definitely a range that I like to target tight ends. And since we took Lane and Tucker, it looks like a lot of wide receivers have gone off the board. So I am happy that we got our guys. And there's still some tight ends I like, man. Like AJ Barn is still here. That's a pretty easy click for me. And there's some decent running backs too. Jaden Blue's falling. Dylan Sampson's still here. Ray Davis. Actually, no, I have James Cook, so I don't want Ray Davis. This guy next to me on the turn only has one tight end in Kyle Pitts. So I am going to pick the guy that I just like the most by far in AJ Barner. And hey, it's just another Seattle Seahawk, man. We do have 3 Seattle Seahawks on this team without Darnold, but I don't think Darnold's necessarily needed to stack with those pieces, especially when we have guys who can get much better spike weeks in Lamar and Baker. Y'all know I love me some Sam Darnold, but Lamar and Baker definitely a much better upside. Now, Jaden Blue's still here. Was there any news on him? I don't think so. Or we get Caleb Douglas as an 8th wide receiver. I think I'm going to do that. Let's take a share of Caleb Douglas, man. Let's get these risers. A little bring back for our James Cook bag as well. So we have our 8 receivers now, and then we'll finish off this draft with 1 running back and 1 tight end. And we are going to get that tight end. Best Ball and Call telling us about Ted Hurst. Yeah, Ted Hurst is definitely an option, but I do like the pick of Caleb Douglas right there too. Just as a guy who's rising a ton, who I don't have much of, and getting him at 182 feels like a pretty good price right now. And ADPs in this range don't matter all that much anyways. Kincaid, Steven's most owned tight end. He was one of my highest drafted tight ends last year as well. And dude, my 4 highest drafted tight ends last year, they were all around between like 18 and 20%. It was Sam Laporta, Dalton Kincaid, Tucker Kraft, and Colston Loveland. And all 4 of those guys got hurt. Colston Loveland was the only healthy one out of those 3 for the playoff weeks, which definitely hurt my bags, man. Definitely hurt my bags. Rambis with the 21%. Kincaid. Yeah, double bye week, 11 at tight end. I could not care less. Tight end bye weeks mean nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. I will happily eat a 0 because even, Braylon Allen might be a good target right here after this team, actually. Let me put him at the top of my queue. But tight ends, man, they're so touchdown dependent. Like if you want to get like a Cade Otton for your third, just because he has a different bye week, who knows what he's even going to do in week 11? It could be like 3 points, right? And sometimes your season rides on 3 points, but if you just have more conviction in a tight end that has the same bye week, I personally feel like you're going to get more points overall throughout the season than you would like missing out and just drafting someone different just for the bye week, if that makes sense. Now let's queue up Hibner. I'm down to take him on this team. I mean, we have Fan and Barner. I feel like we can afford him. Why not? And if Braylon Allen's there, I'm definitely taking Braylon Allen with this Breece Hall news. There goes Emmett Johnson. Pat Frymuth goes. Cade Otton's still here too. Man, I actually might take Otton over Hibner, if I'm being honest. Mainly because with Baltimore, I have Lane, I have Henry and Lamar. That's a lot. Baker, I have with Godwin. We'll see what this guy does. He only has 2 tight ends, so he might just take Cade Otton right here. But we'll take one of these 2 guys. Hibner is definitely a sexier click, but I feel like Cade Otton just would make the most sense on this team, especially with the Baker stack. Steven saying Hibner to the moon. You know what, dude? You're right. You're right, man. If he's there, I'll take him. Yeah, let's do it, man. We talked about it all draft. Let's take Hibner. We'll take our first share, man. And Steven, if he's the reason that we win this, I will be very grateful. Yeah, why not, man? Let's do it. Let's get our first share. Get a little weird in this first draft, you know? Yeah, YOLO. It's a $5 puppy. So what's the big deal? I wonder where Vele got drafted and where he did. That name just popped into my mind as well. Where did Vele go in this draft? Barry and Brown got drafted. He's a name I've been hearing more and more about. Vele went at 193 at the round 16, 17 turn. Feels like a good price there. And yeah, more people just taking receivers to end this draft off. So let's recap this first team. I think this team's sick. We have Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield at quarterback. Running backs, we have James Cook, Derrick Henry, Jadarian Price, Kenny Gainwell, and Braylon Allen. Wide receivers, we have T. Higgins, Tedero McMillan, DK Metcalf, Chris Godwin, Rashid Shaheed, Jacoby Lane, Trey Tucker, and Caleb Douglas, with Harold Fannin, AJ Barner, and Matt motherfucking Hibner at tight end. Let's go. This team's sick, dude. Got really nice correlation to Lamar stacked up with Henry, Lane, and Hibner, one player from each position. And then we have Baker stacked up with Godwin. Got a couple late rookies in Jacoby Lane, Caleb Douglas, two guys who are rising a ton right now. Both week 17 correlated as well. We have the Baltimore Cincinnati game with the T Higgins bring back, and we have the Seattle Carolina game as well, which I mean could just be a dumpster fire, but could just be sneaky. You know, you never know. With Jadarian Price, Rashid Shaheed, and AJ Barner on Seattle side, and then Tedero McMillan holding it down for Carolina. So it's a pretty dang fun first team, man. Yeah, Daniel's right. This team fucks. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. And I feel warmed up, man. Let's hop in an expensive one, man. Let's go in this BBM. Now, I don't draft a lot of BBMs on stream. And I don't draft a lot where I show you guys I'm entering so you can also join, because it definitely makes it a little tougher for me. You know, y'all know who my guys are. Y'all know who I like to target. Makes it a little more challenging, but I'm here for it, man. And we get pick 5 in this draft. Underzet is in here as well at pick 8. If you happen to get in this draft, let me know. Peyton the Legend Manning, seen a good bit before as well. Philly Bird Gang, a name I'm familiar with. This guy Mike at 2 looks familiar. Yo, what's up, Disbanded Brotherhood? With the classic patented period. Right. Steven is Philly Bird Gang. I thought that name looked familiar. Gotcha. Well, we're not getting Matt Hibner, or you're not getting Matt Hibner. Might have to get him around 17. Who knows? Yeah, so stay out of it. All right. We got pick 5. I feel like I've gotten pick 5 more than any pick this year. And I'm actually underweight JSN, which I don't know about, man. I don't know. Might just be wrong. I feel like it's been kind of the popular thing to be a little lower on JSN. I'm probably around like 4 or 5% in Best Ball Mania. But if he's there at 5 in this draft, I will take him. Pretty much any of the top 5 guys. We'll do it pretty chalk to start here. You feel like you need to take him in these now? I mean, why not, man? There's actually a really, really big edge to taking someone like a Matt Hibner in Best Ball Mania right now, because he was not getting drafted at all pretty much until now. And we're going to get JSN with our first pick. And I don't have many Best Ball Manias left, man. This is 66.4% filled. I am well above fill rate. And I'm okay with it. Got some really sick teams, and hey, all I need is one. That's what I say. All I need is one. BBG just DM me, so I'm replying to him. Not gonna expose for what though, but who knows? Might be cooking something up, man. A lot of stuff coming soon, near the end of August here. A lot of nice opportunities, a lot of new people, maybe collaborating with. We'll see. We're just having fun, man. Been a real fun summer, and crazy to think the season's it's getting close, man. Like it still feels like it's so far away, dude. Which is wild, but I'm excited for it. When does the official first day? Is it the 9th? Yes, it is. Wednesday. What a weird day to have the first game of the year on. And fuck, dude, I actually think I might be working in the afternoon at that time during that game. Well, sick days. That's what they're for, man. Sick days are for football. All right, we're one pick away. AJ Brown goes. Brock Bowers, top of the board. I'm not completely sold on Bowers, man. I feel like I'm going to go Neighbors. Neighbors or Pickens? Let's do Neighbors on this one. I know I've drafted a lot of JSN Neighbors recently. I think one of our streams the other day, it might have been last Thursday if I remember correctly, Drafted like 3 straight JSN Neighbors teams. Hey, dude, if it's just what you need, man, it's just what you need. Oh, fuck. I forgot this was Best Ball Mania. Shit. I would not have taken Neighbors in round 2 right there if I remember this was BBM. Well, I don't have a share of JSN Neighbors in BBM probably, so there's that. All right. Fuck, remember what contest you're in, dude. Jeez. Best Ball Mania, man. We're not fucking around. We've got $2 million to win right here. Lock in. Come on now. Been drafting too many puppies, man. That's what happens when you hop around from contest to contest. Like, I think I there was a lot of chats yesterday, man, that I saw and like questions I wanted to answer and everything. But with a guest, it's a little hard. You want to keep the flow of the conversation and everything going. But someone, I think it was Go Easy Cards, asked if we have a hard time going from the eliminator to other draft formats. And yes. Yes, I absolutely do. Okay, on the clock right here, Devonta Smith is here if I want to go with the 3 wide receivers, and I think I might. I don't really want to take Breece Hall right here. No one else feels worth drafting, if I'm being honest. So let's get Devonta Smith starting full estrogen out with JSN Neighbors and Devonta Smith. And we're not the only one, man. Philly Bird Gang, estrogen's all the way out as well with Jamar Chase Pickens and Zay Flowers. That's a pretty fun trio as well. So, yeah, I'm still not too happy about the Neighbors pick, if I'm being honest. Forgot what contest I'm in. Gotta lock in, man. Underzet with James Cook, Derrick Henry. We love that start, man. Spent $500 for that start yesterday. And we see definitely no Stevens plan right here. Going with Zay Flowers. Probably going to look for a Lamar Jackson round 5, and then we know the round 18 click. But I mean, I'm not going to draft Hibner on this team. I would only draft him with Lamar. I feel like that just makes sense. So not going to get too carried away in this one. All right, I got to reply to our boy BBG real quick. All right, Waddle goes up the turn. Luther Burden pulled up to 38. Haven't been seeing that too much with his injury stuff. I wonder if there's an update on Burden. Coach hopeful for week 1. I don't like that word hopeful. doesn't sound very optimistic, man. Don't love that one word. Hopeful. There goes Colson Loveland. Man, he would have been a fun click. And ETN. I think Jacobs is just an easy pick. May return to practice soon. You know what, dude? Fuck Josh Jacobs. Let me go DeAndre Swift. Honestly, Josh Jacobs might just be completely dust at this point. Let me go DeAndre Swift on this team. Someone who's been moving up draft boards with the Kyle Monangai news. Came out that he hyperextended his knee. And I don't have too much DeAndre Swift because I usually draft Dave Montgomery over him. And I don't have great vibes about Josh Jacobs. I think the Packers could low-key suck this year. Maybe that's my Lions bias, but if their running game can't get going, I don't really know if I trust Jordan Love to let it rip for like 35 pass attempts a game. I mean, he's been good, but I'm just not sold. And I'm sure it's definitely a biased take. But also their defense is a little shaky, man, especially with the Parsons stuff going on. Now, this team at 1 pulls up Christian Watson and Rome Odunze. Very, very interesting, which hopefully can let a player that we like fall back to us. Mike Evans off the board. I'm expecting Lamar to get taken next by Philly Bird Gang. We will see. Goes Tootin. Okay, so no Lamar. I respect it. One pick away. There's definitely one player I want more than anyone. He may or may not play for the Detroit Lions. And Terry McLaurin goes. So yeah, Jameson Williams, welcome to the team. Get a little week 17 bring back with DeAndre Swift too. I like that, man. It's a fun start. We're going to definitely have to hammer running backs the rest of the way. But DeAndre Swift, really not the worst, like, RB1 for not hyper fragile. Sorry. 0 RB type build. But we're starting JSN, Neighbors, Smith, and JMO as our receivers, and then DeAndre Swift at running back. Not too bad, man. The only thing is, there's definitely going to be some teams with quite a few teams with Neighbors, JSN that have Neighbors in round 4. And then it's pretty much a 1v1 DeAndre Swift versus like the running backs that go in the second round. But not all the guys we like fall with JSN typically. So who knows, man? It all comes down to week 17, really. Yeah, go Lions, man. Always happy taking my Lions. And yo, how we doing, Bayou Bengal? How we doing? Welcome. Yo, Kurt, you don't know who Hibner is? Yo, get hip to Hib. Hip to Hib. Come on now. Thought you were on the X. Just kidding, man. I learned about him literally a couple hours ago. And then Steven helped direct me to take him. Rambus saying the Jacobs gets the Texans week 17 on Monday night. Not ideal playing devil's advocate. Yeah, that's another thing, man. Like the week 17 matchup for Jacobs is ass. And if you had Josh Jacobs week 17 last year, I think he put up like half a point or something like that. It was dog shit. Really curious to see where Jordan Tyson ends up going in this draft. He was falling to the 80s the past few days before it was confirmed he's going to be out for a few weeks. And what do I want right here, man? I can take Hurts or I can take Drake May. I'm going with one of the quarterbacks. It's Drake May or it's Jalen Hurts. And let's just go with the stack. I'm going to go with Hurts. Yeah, I'm fine with Jalen Hurts right there. I know a lot of people probably want Drake May over him, but might just have a plan. Levernucky saying ETR dropped Jordan Tyson to the 130s. Damn. Sounds fair. I don't even like. Yeah, I might even push. It's like the 140s, 150s at that point, because with his injury history being out a few months, not great. When he comes back, you really just think they're going to play him like on a full snap rate, 100%. I feel like they're just going to like kind of baby him along in his rookie year at this point, unless I don't know, man. Unless they're really in close playoff contention, we'll see. But I don't have great feeling about Jordan Tyson, and very happy I've been lower on him. And Drake May is still there. Very interesting. He gets taken. So with my next pick, what am I interested in? Running back. I kind of need a running back. And my guy is Dowdle right here. I've been Dowdle over Pollard. Not spotted at Monday's practice either. Don't know entirely what that's about. But yeah, Rico Dowdle is very, very easily the click right here. I need another running back desperately. And I'm happy with that. Kind of why I took Jalen Hurts in that last round too, because Rico Dowdle, not that different from Ramondre Stevenson, right? And Jonathan Brooks went here at 72. I'm not taking Jonathan Brooks in Best Ball Mania. not at these prices when he's been drafted literally, I mean, twice as low in like the 140s. So I'm good there, man. Pollard goes here at 81. What was this Pollard thing? Let's click on it. Pollard undisclosed. Great. Dude, they should have to disclose what these injuries are, man. Especially with all like the gambling stuff now and how much money is on the line with the NFL. Like, we can't be doing this shit, man. There really should be like rules or regulations on that where you have to disclose like everything. At least that's my opinion. And I think everyone who also drafts fantasy football teams would agree, or like bets on any games. Yeah, Pollard's hurt. Don't know how bad. We definitely should know how bad, man. Like, I hate hearing this stuff like undisclosed, uncertain, could be day to day, week to week. Who knows? Tightness, foot, toes, just as vague as they can possibly get, which I understand, but obviously I don't want that. Unders going with Cortland Sutton. A lot of running backs still available for me, which I'm happy about. I don't think I have a choice but to take another one right here. And this is kind of the range where I'm tempted to throw ADP out the window completely. Blake Corum's really interesting, though, if he's there. Kyle Monangai goes. That's interesting. RJ Harvey, Blake Corum. Yeah, I'll take a share of Blake Corum on this team. I'm cool with it. We don't have too many week 11 buys. I like Blake Corum, and I think an improved defense really helps Blake Corum. And hey, he earned a role last year, man. As a second-year player, he earned a good role. And if he really can just expand on that, turn it into like a close to a 50-50, even if it's like 60-40, then Corum's a great price as ADP. Plus, having a good defense, hopefully they run the ball more. Like, they could run it 30 times a game if they wanted to. We'll see. But I like that, man. Kyron's had his, been banged up in the past as well, relatively healthy the last couple of years, but you never know, man. Football is a weird game. Jordan Mason, RJ Harvey, Xavier Worthy off the board right after. I will say the one other player I was considering was Jordan Mason. Emo Cowboy and I pulled him up to 88, I think, or 87. Yeah, we were at pick 10. We pulled Jordan Mason up to 87 in our big dog that we did, where ADP matters. Like, ADP does not matter in the big dog. But in Best Ball Mania, I personally have teams in the 140s with Jordan Mason. So 50 picks difference is a lot. If I'm desperate, I would take him if he's the only guy that I would like consider. But I'll still take Blake Corum here. Was kind of hoping Bill came back to me, but he goes. Alec Pierce, also another player I just cannot draft right now. And I am just going to take another running back. It's Chuba or Gainwell. Chuba vibes are not great, but I am going to take him. I'm going to take him at pick 101. Mainly because there is still a chance he's just the RB1 in Carolina. Like, Jonathan Brooks got some great reports, but he hasn't proven anything. So pick 101 feels completely fine for that bet. And again, taking the tournament into consideration, most of Best Ball Mania up until recently, Chuba Hubbard was going like at the 6-7 turn. He was going in the 60s a lot, and then slowly fell into round 7, and then just like it's just been on a free fall pretty much. But taking him here at 101, I'm completely fine with it. Yeah, Rambus saying team needed Corum, you need the upside at running back. I do agree. Although Corum's upside is mostly a handcuff, I think I think Jordan Mason and JCM arguably have more upside, just as far as like pure ceiling, without an injury to happen. But contingent upside, Blake Corum definitely the guy. Steven saying it would be hilarious if Chuba is a beast this year. Not one person likes to draft him, dude. Exactly, and I don't draft him a lot either. Like, I'm curious. Let me look at my exposure. I've done 440 drafts post draft, and this is not including the eliminator. So I've done close to like 600 post draft, and my Chuba is 4%. I'm pretty fine with 4% Chuba. And yeah, I don't mind getting a few more shares at in the 100s. Jonathan Brooks has carried the ball 9 times in his NFL career. Hasn't proven anything yet. But I like how this team's coming together. We have Jalen Hurts at quarterback, running backs DeAndre Swift, Rico Dowdle, Blake Corum, and Chuba Hubbard. Wide receivers JSN, Malik Neighbors, Devonta Smith, and Jameson Williams. Unders takes Jackson Dart. So we don't get Dart back with Neighbors. That would have been fun. Dobbs goes. So I'm happy I didn't take May. Now, Jared Goff's my dude right here. If we get Goff with JMO at once, oh, you fucking cock, dude. That sucks. Okay, I'm going to take Stafford. Stafford with Corum, why not? Can also get more Rams later. You never know. Yeah, 116 Stafford, I'm fine with. The team right next to me probably hates me because he had Puka, but sucks to suck. It was either I take Stafford here or I take Darnold 2 rounds later. And I think Stafford definitely has a much higher ceiling than Sam Darnold. And really, out of the other guys that are available here, is there anyone I'm too excited to draft? No. So I'm happy with that. Just thinking ahead a little bit as well. Looking down the board, these prices are changing fast. Gotta stay aware of them. I'm really considering taking another running back right here. I think that is the move. Getting a 5th one. We can catch up at receiver. We can catch up at tight end. I don't think there's any receivers worth pulling up here at all, especially with the 4 that I started with. And tight ends, I mean, Kincaid goes to Philly Burgang, his highest exposed tight end, as we know. So not surprised to not get him back. And Kelsey, likely, I don't want him on this team. Kelsey gets taken anyways. I don't have Dart, so getting Neighbors and likely without him, not the best. Unless Dart gets injured and Jameis Winston is starting, then it feels like wheels up for him. But there's 2 players I'm going to choose between. It's either Chris Rodriguez or the Missile. The Missile has more upside, but I think on this team, I do want Chris Rodriguez. And then I can get a really high upside running back later in the draft. Also, what's nice is all of our bye weeks at running back are spread out. All of our bye weeks at receiver are spread out, and our quarterbacks are 2 different. So I'm feeling good there. Bye weeks are clean. Running backs, we have 5 now. We're catching up, man. This team's coming together really, really nicely. I mean, Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford at quarterback, crushing. Running backs, DeAndre Swift, Rico Dowdle, Blake Corum, Chuba Dubadoo, and Chris Rodriguez. A lot of volume. And all these guys are going to have a role without any injury, which I really like for a team like this. And there's guys with contingent upside too. I mean, Dowdle is contingent upside, Corum, Chuba, Rodriguez. All these guys have massive contingent upside as well as the floor that they bring. So I'm really happy with that and how it's coming together, man. For sure. And, if y'all not done so already, can you go down, do me a favor, hit that like button for us, subscribe if you are new, or even if you're not new, man, hit that subscribe button. Would really, really appreciate it. Because I know there's a lot of people out there that, come back frequently, but are not subscribed yet. So hit the button, man. Make your life easier. Help ours as well. Grow the channel, man. Really appreciate it. All right, we are a few picks away. 5 picks away. 4. All right, Goddard, Chig, Ferguson, all off the board. Khalil Shakir is still there, which is kind of interesting. Pretty much just for the ADP value, even though I don't necessarily want him. I would have loved if Goddard came back to me. If I got Goddard at 140 with Jalen Hurts, that would have felt absolutely incredible. Now, do I want Denzel Boston on this team is a question. Very well might. Well, he goes. So I'm going to take Juwan Johnson. I have a ton of Juwan Johnson in Best Ball Mania already, but first tight end, fading Jordan Tyson. I mean, just a number 2 target in New Orleans right now. Kellen Moore offense, fast paced, got like 900 yards last year as well with Tyler Shuck and Kellen Moore. So I like Juwan Johnson, man. 140, more expensive than he's gone in the past. But at this point in the draft, ADP does not matter too much. Now, Sam Darnold, if he's still on the board and falls to me, I might be a little tempted, not going to lie. Might be a little tempted. More running backs keep going, though. Coleman, Tracy, Algier, all off the board. I don't like the idea of pulling up Algier in Best Ball Mania. To me, that makes absolutely no sense. Don't get it. Thinking about just the playoff weeks, Jeremiah Love has a high ankle sprain right now. Eliminator might be a different story, but yeah, I think Jeremiah Love's going to be fine. Maybe he starts a little slower than he already would have, but who cares? Okay, 2 picks away. There goes Wicks. Yeah, Philly Bird Gang, big on Wicks as well. Name says enough for itself. Brenton Strange, I'm queuing up. Sam Darnold goes. Is Brenton Strange the guy I want? Or do I want a running back in Bigsby or Spears? No, I want to catch up a tight end. I like Brenton Strange a lot. Let's not fuck around too much. Let's get our guy Brenton Strange with Juwan Johnson. That was kind of the plan. Oh, wow. And Dalton Schultz goes at 150 right after I took Strange. So that was a weird pick by that guy. That was this guy's first tight end. Wow. Who's hogging the tight ends, man? It feels like they all keep going super early, but no one's even got a lot. No one even has 3 yet. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, happy I took Juwan and Strange when I did. Yo, we got Legalize It in here as well, saying breaking news. I'm waiting for the next comment. What's the news, man? Is it Keenan Allen signing day? I hope so. Keenan Allen might just end up going to the Saints. Would not be surprised. Could also go to the Rams too. So we'll see. Tank Bigsby, Marshawn Lloyd going off the board right next to each other. Marshawn Lloyd's another one I have a hard time getting behind. I understand the thesis. Oh my God, no way, no way, no way. Is it? Dude, no, fuck you guys. I hate you guys. You guys are fucking with me. Is the Toxic Tower still live? You motherfuckers. They better not be, dude. Are they fucking with me? Bro, you can't be doing it. Is it actually Colts 1 year? Yo, you guys can't be playing with me like this. And if it is, I'm gonna be so fucking upset that we didn't take him in round 18 of the big dog. Oh, dude, we get spears on the way back. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Pronto Joey? What's good? What's good? Did Keenan Allen actually sign? You guys are actually making me. Oh my god. Bro, how we didn't fucking take him in the big dog. Oh. Fuck, dude. Bro, why did we take him in the big dog? Literally the next day? I did just look it up. Oh my god. Fuck, dude. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but definitely would have felt better. Although someone did draft him in round 18 in that, so I'm a little upset someone has him and it's not us. But yo, Nez, are you still in here? Nez, if you're still in here, you need to hop on right now. You need to hop on right now and talk Keenan Allen. Although I'm looking right now and I see Liam Murphy's live and they're drafting a $2,000 redraft league. So that's kind of a big deal. We're gonna get Nez on to talk Keenan Allen. Fuck yeah, dude. That's how we summon our boy Nez, dude. Dude, that's insane. Fuck, dude. Why didn't we take him in a big dog? Oh my god, man. All right, I need to message Emo Cowboy as well. And Terrence Ferguson just goes, I can't get too distracted. I'm gonna BBM still, dude. I gotta lock the fuck in. Do I want another tight end? People aren't really messing around, but I think I'm gonna push it. Jaden Blue, Alvin Kamara. Let me get the high upside guy, Jaden Blue. I just realized how far I'm pushing receiver in this draft too. Oh no, dude, I'm not locked in. Oh, what am I doing? Bro, you guys cannot distract me like this, man. I just took a 7th running back. I mean, it's completely on me. I'm doing like 4 things at once, man, but fuck, this is a best ball mania too. What am I doing, man? All right, well, I'm only drafting receiver for the rest. I think I'm going to have to go Juwan and Strange as only 2 tight ends. We're going to be thin, but fuck. I got to lock in, man. I got way too distracted. Can't be doing that in a BBM. What are we doing, man? All right. We're only taking receivers, clearly. Get our headphones on. Yeah, God bless Nez's wife, dude. She's a real one, man. Absolute real one. Tyler Warren to the moon. Not bad. I still got a message. Emo Cowboy. Bro, of course. Keenan. Right after we draft the big dog. Fuck. Man, we had a Colt stack in that one too. That sucks. Well, is Keenan still there? Oh, he got drafted. Philly Bird Gang got him. Damn, my receivers are going to suck in this, man. Do I take the Omar Cooper dip? He goes, well, Juwan Jennings, he's a vet. Falls 26 picks, so I'll take him here. 2754. That's nuts, dude. I think I might just have to rock with Strange and Juwan as my 2 tight ends right here. I really don't think I have a choice. My receivers are going to suck on this team, man. I totally fucked up by taking 7 running backs. I was not locked in, and that's on me. Yo, happy Keenan Allen signing day.
Come on, man. Come on. Let's fucking go, man. Oh my God. It was always Keenan Allen, baby. It was always Keenan Allen. Imagine being scared.
We drafted the fucking big dog yesterday and passed on him round 18 when we had Jones, man. And someone else drafted him.
You and Emo both passed? Oh. You had a long streaming day. So you are excused, but Emo needed to be the big boy and step in and make sure that you guys got
He's the one that said no. He's the one
that's what I'm saying. It's on Emo. You were not in the right state. You were in the middle of a marathon stream. Emo needs to be the guy to step in and say, "Hey, it's a big dog. Like this is where the Keenan Allen bet needs to live." I think I have him in every. I think there's one big dog where he got sniped from me. Oh man. Oh yes, thank God, man. So Pierce must be kind of fucked.
Yeah, it's not good for Pierce.
He's got to be pretty banged up, man. I mean, we kind of knew this, but I really do wonder if the Tyson news kind of put the pressure on for them to like add that extra $1 million he was looking for.
I mean, probably. I would not be surprised at all if they were like had some talks in the works, and then the agent got word like, "Hey, New Orleans is calling us too. Like, what are we doing here?" And
I know,
just,
right?
like, close the deal. I guarantee that's had to play into a factor. I mean, it's a few hours later. There's no way, right?
Absolutely. I think people were like very naive, and I get it. It was a little dicey, I was nervous. I'm not gonna act like I wasn't nervous, but I was still clicking them. But people that don't think that he had a market, I think you're insane. There was absolutely people calling for Keenan Allen. That's why he just got up to $8 million tonight.
Yeah, I didn't even see the thing, man. I got too distracted. I completely fumbled this BBM and drafted 7 running backs. Although honestly, it kind of works.
You can land it. You got nice DeAndre Swift pick there.
Well, I picked like Juwan and Judy at the end here, so at least these are like 2 vets.
This team is good.
Some points.
You're not even tripping right now. Who
you think I would go a 7th receiver or get a 3rd tight end?
Receivers? JSN, Neighbors, Smith, Waymo. No, I would go tight end. I'd go tight end for sure.
It's Freiermuth or Colby Parkinson, because I took Stafford and I have Blake Corum only.
Yeah, Parkinson would be like the nuts for you here.
I think so, in BBM too, because everyone's going to have T-Ferg. I don't think Parkinson's going to be nearly as much drafted, and he can still get a lot of touchdowns.
He's probably like if somebody was putting out lines, he's probably the favorite to score more fantasy points between the two, if I'm being honest.
I mean, he's the starting tight end, technically.
Yeah, I mean, we're all very excited for T-Ferg, and rightfully so. I think he's an upside best ball play, but yeah, Colby Parkinson. All that to say that he's very draftable, and that made a lot of sense on this team. Dude, this team is totally fine. Let me see your running backs, because I feel like 7 running backs actually made sense for you here.
Yeah, maybe it did. Maybe Keenan Allen had our back right here, but
Jaden Blue.
Dude, the Spears price is nice too. Yeah, Jaden Blue, I took him, just big upside, and my thought was like, oh, I have Neighbors. Let me get a Dallas bring back, right?
Yeah.
And this is when I was like, I was sending you the link. I was messaging Tyler, like, why the fuck did we not take Keenan Allen yesterday, man?
Dude, the tower did you dirty. Can we recap yesterday for you for the tower? 1, PPR Tyler stands you up. 2, Emo Cowboy tells you not to draft Keenan Allen. Explicitly says let's not draft Keenan Allen. 3, BBG comes on and says I have a source. Buy the dip on Jordan Tyson. Gave financial advice to your chat and said, I have a source. Buy the dip on Jordan Tyson. He said this.
Dude, I
The tower
completely
did you
forgot about
dirty.
that. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, when the Tyson news came out, BBG DM'd me, and
He said
I'll
he
read
did.
what he says. I'll expose it.
Yeah,
And he's
He-
like,
yeah.
what do you say? LMAO Tyson out 2 months. I was lied to,
yeah, you were.
bro. Check your sources, man.
You can't.
Fuck that guy.
You can't. I'll joke around sometimes about sources, but I'm not gonna tell people to buy the dip on somebody. I have a source. Like, I'll tell you to buy the dip on Keenan Allen because it's just like, trust me, bro. But like, I'm not gonna tell you I know I have a source. Toxic
Yeah,
Tower
man.
these days, they're blowing up. I don't know. I believed them. I thought he had a source.
They had Herzig on today, man.
Yeah, they're tapped in. So yeah, I made sure to shame BBG in the Tower Discord today. I had to give him a little a lashing because, like, bro, you look dumb. You look dumb.
It's pretty funny, man. But dude, let's
It is
talk
funny. It's
about
all
Keenan
good.
now, man. I don't want to take your whole night up. This is very spontaneous.
Yeah,
but,
I heard you say, bless my wife, and yes, bless my wife. But she's actually not here tonight. She's in New York for the night. She'll be back tomorrow. But like, yeah, I've been streaming this whole like month has been crazy. But yeah, no, she's not here. So I was like, as soon as I heard you say that, yeah, I was like, all right, cool. I'll hop in.
Yeah, so what are you expecting from him this year? Signed to the Colts too. First of all, like we mentioned Alec Pierce. Like that is not a good sign for Alec Pierce.
No, it's not. I kind of think they needed that third wide receiver anyways, and the Alec Pierce stuff just kind of like expedited it for them. And I think they could have went a number of directions. Could have traded for Booty. Could have did the Keenan Allen thing. Waited for someone to get cut. But this is a team that is trying to win right now. Right now, they traded 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. They are trying to win immediately. And so the vet of Keenan Allen, the vet move of Keenan Allen, like, makes sense. And I still think they could bring another receiver in depending on what Pierce's ankle looks like, because I can't imagine the asking price for Booty is that high, even though the Patriots really do seem to like him. But they have 5, wide receivers that they can use, and Mac Hollins is his own unique piece, whatever. As far as Keenan Allen goes, to go back to that question, I think you can expect like pretty close to last year's numbers. I mean, the market clearly agrees Ladd McConkey is way better than Josh Downs. Tyler Warren is a good target earner, but Keenan Allen earned a hell of targets last year, and he's with the Colts, who he's arguably against lighter target competition. So, I mean, you got to expect some pretty good things. I mean, like, I know I'm obviously here like celebrating and whatnot, but honestly, as long as he signed the team, I was getting it in good with these picks. Yeah, I think like last year numbers, maybe that's like insane, but I think last year numbers is what you can expect. He's gonna earn targets. He's not getting so was that honestly, like, I don't even know what the numbers were last year. I know he had 120 targets,
700 something yards, and like maybe
4 tutties.
4. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Dean Johnson put in the chat 650 and 5 touchdowns.
Fair.
Yeah, not bad.
take it.
Touchdowns, I don't quite know about. He's not really a huge red zone threat, but I'm sure he can still get open. Familiar with Shane Steichen too, is always bullish. But a couple questions now, like, so yeah, where do you think Keenan gets drafted? And also, like, Josh Downs, Tyler Warren, does it even affect Tyler Warren?
I think it will a little bit, but like nothing too crazy. Like Warren clearly has hit a ceiling in terms of ADP, and had a good season last year, but it was basically like the Sam Laporta season with way fewer touchdowns as rookie season. So if he scored more touchdowns, we'd probably be taking him obviously higher. But I think he falls. I think Warren probably falls like a few picks, but Warren goes in a range that's really tricky because he's kind of like the best pick ish by default where he goes, but Jadarian Price is practicing. So the reason it's going to be hard for Warren to fall, just speaking about him first, is like Brian Thomas, or Marvin Harrison, Jordan Tyson below him in terms of skill players. Tyson's obviously going to fall. So what you could see as a result of this is Jalen Warren and Ramondre Stevenson and even Jonathan Brooks, because Brooks is on like a ridiculous trajectory right now. They could flip Tyler Warren. I think just like in conjunction, both of these things happening at the same time. You're seeing sharp rooms. Like if you're in a big dog or like a BBM with sharp drafters, Jalen Warren, Ramondre Stevenson are not making it back to the Jahmyr Gibbs drafter anymore. So I think you could see that. And then Downs for sure takes a hit. Like Downs takes a pretty big hit. A lot of upside baked into his price. And right now he goes, I just
Dude, he's at like 81. He's at like 81. I was saying yesterday, like, when did Josh Downs ADP become 81? I remembered it around 100. I think he like goes back below 100. Went at where'd he go in this draft?
Yeah, because like him and Lemon are falling at the same time. Sutton shouldn't be falling, and I don't think he is. He's just kind of like Sutton's just stuck. Dowdle could rise, Harvey could rise, Corum is rising, Laporta's like stuck, Godwin's rising. So these are all movements that can help accelerate the Downs fall, is why like I'm highlighting these guys. Addison's kind of stuck, Pierce is falling, Wilson is kind of stuck, probably more of a faller than anything. So I think probably 95 is where you would see Downs fall. I don't think he breaks 100.
Would you rather have DeJon Stribling or Josh Downs in Best Ball Mania?
Well, at cost, so let's say at cost, if you put Downs at like 100, and then you have Stribling at his ADP, I would take the Stribling at ADP. I think straight up, I would take Downs.
Yeah, I mentioned that because Stribling went at 103 in this BBM I just did, and Josh Downs went at 78 right after I took Rico Dowdle.
103 for Stribling, I think, is ridiculous. That's shark jumping for sure. Like he shouldn't go over Casey Concepcion. I mean, I know he's at a much sexier offense, but like, dude, I probably would. Dude, Stribling's like 5th in targets. He's behind Kittle. He's behind CMC. He's behind Evans. He's behind Debo. Like, maybe he's so good that he jumps Debo, and now he's 4th in targets. Like, KC could lead the team in targets. He's in the mix. Like Stribling's not in the mix like that, but he could run hot because he's in a good offense. Like that's the calling card, and he's getting like mad hype. But yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it unless he's so much better than I realized.
Yeah.
My take
Stribling,
on it,
though, I think it's just the good offense. I don't know, like Downs or Stribling for Best Ball Mania specifically, though. Just thinking like the playoff weeks and week 17, everything. Stribling feels better, even though the Eagles secondary, like they do have some good pieces. The Browns kind of do as well in like Denzel Ward. But I mean, Denzel Ward would probably be on Alec Pierce, assuming he's back. But Stribling, I think it's just like, kind of a fade against the older guys. Like, yeah, he is like buried in targets, but all the guys above him are like not too far away from retirement,
Yeah, they're not fast. He does have that element that he's the fastest speed guy on the field for sure. So that's definitely a plus. But it's there's a lot of mouths to feed there. You're gonna get a lot of zeros from Stribling. You're gonna get like no zeros from Josh Downs.
Yeah. So looking in normal tournaments, my Keenan Allen exposure is only 8.4%, but $713 invested. So a decent bit. I'm curious to
Yeah.
know, compared to other guys, I'm similar around. Where is he? There he is.
Dude, my
8.4, so
mentions
yeah.
are going crazy. Sorry. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, I'm sure. Yo, go to it, man. I'll
No, no,
I'll
no,
talk
no,
in a
no,
minute.
no, 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 no. That's not important. Sorry, I just checked real quick. So, what do you what
I'm
tournament?
sure, dude, your phone's blowing up right now. Been only talking about Keenan Allen signing day every day this
I
offseason.
made it the whole brand. I made it the whole brand.
Hey, it
Dude,
worked though.
dude, yeah. So, Senor Strong, if you don't think Stribling's giving you zeros like multiple times this season, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I don't think that we are putting enough respect on the players that are ahead of him on the Niners, man. He's gonna have weeks where he has zero. Like,
Oh, for sure.
more than one. Just if you don't think that, like I'm sorry. Like, I think you need to, like, I just want you to think about that. like look at some game logs of some rookies and stuff, and understand that like these things do happen.
Yeah, I think pick 100 is also pretty wild for Stribling. Around like the 120s to 130 feels
That's
appropriate.
yeah. Like I don't think it's crazy that he goes over Debo. Like, I don't think that that's crazy, but I'm not doing that. But I think that's fair. All right.
Yeah, this is my best ball mania exposure, 9.1%.
Okay.
But
Do you have a
I'm
lot in the
curious to see
limb or
my.
no?
Yeah, I have a lot more in the eliminator. Yeah,
Ooh,
24%. Let's
That's
see my
massive.
$100 drafts. I have one $100 draft with Keenan.
There you go. That's massive. That's
Yeah,
massive.
that is. But dude, I don't want to take up too much of your time. You got 1,000 mentions to go
I'm
10
not-
to and your
I'm
own
gonna
drafts
ignore
to do
everybody.
too, man.
I'm too busy celebrating here on my own. But we have to answer one more question though, because we didn't talk about like the Keenan Allen ADP. Like, where do we actually think Keenan goes? I kind of talked about Downs and Warren.
Yeah, let's bring up a board. I'll bring up just the last draft that I did, since that's the one we were looking at. Well, last year Keenan Allen ended up rising right around like 130, maybe peaked into like the 120s a little bit, if I remember correctly. I don't know if he rises that high this year.
Yeah, I'm going to say Keenan Allen's ADP settles like 130.
So similar to last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think 130 to 140 range. I don't think he can. I don't think he's going to overtake like Shakir. But
that was going to be my
everybody else,
question.
yeah.
Who are you taking, Denzel Boston or Keenan Allen? And let's say there's a new contest that just dropped tomorrow. ADP doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, probably Boston.
How about Travis Hunter or Keenan Allen?
Keenan Allen, yeah.
Yeah, Wicks got pulled up big time in this from Philly Bird Gang. Little bias right there, but Jalen Naylor or Keenan Allen feels like a pretty easy decision to make.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Jalen Naylor guy personally, man.
I'm not either.
I don't know. They got like they signed him. You know, they didn't really sign anybody else, so there's not a whole lot around him. I get it, but like, yeah, no, I'm taking Keenan Allen over Jalen Naylor. Like, it just kind of
Dean was throwing out the same thing, so I think that's I think between like around 140 feels appropriate to me. 140 to 150 for me. I think it feels right.
Yeah, I hope he goes to a price that I don't want to click anymore. Because I don't want to click anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. And dude, have you been like looking at these? Sorry, this is so off topic, but my ADHD brain just notices things and all these new pictures, man. Bullish, bearish. We've all been talking about him. I'm just seeing Colby Parkinson's for the first time. Does this guy not just look like a dog?
Yeah, bullish. Yeah, that's a tight end. That's a tight end headshot right there for sure.
So bullish, man. The buzz cut and everything. But
yeah,
I wonder what Keenan's headshot's gonna be, man. This one feels like it's 4 years old for the Chargers or something.
I know, right? Because he's in that Charger blue. It just feels like he's always been in there. I mean, he looks the same, man. He's
He
still
does.
bald ass, big
Yeah.
beard.
Bald in the beard. It's not gonna change too much.
Yeah, yeah. No, dude. Yeah. Congrats to you. Congrats to all bag holders. We did it. We crossed the finish line, and now, just gotta wait for week one. Just gotta wait for week one.
So, are you still gonna be drafting Keenan?
I think as long as he's available in the 15th round, yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
14th round, there's guys I like there. But 15th round, yeah. I was before he signed, I'd taken him in the 15th a couple times because I was like, I don't like any of these picks, so I'll just take Keenan Allen. Yeah. As long as he's anything earlier than the 15th, I'll probably just I'll pass.
Yeah, I was actually looking at my big eliminator team recently. This one that I drafted because it had Igbuka on it, so I wanted to look at the rest of my receivers, and I did pull up Keenan Allen to pick 180 in this one, so I'm happy with that now.
No,
in this big eliminator too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just went out and got him because I was like, I don't want to get sniped, and I don't really like any of these other picks, so let me just make this one and move on. Last thing. Before I hop off here is I want to give a shout out to our guy Bayou Bengal because he dodged a bullet tonight. He dodged a big bullet, man. The Saints can still trade for somebody, but his Vele bags, his Vele, his whole portfolio is Vele, holding strong. So good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, man. We love Bayou Bengal. He's a great guy, man. Super fun.
Yeah. Love Bengal.
Imagine I'm waiting for the let's go.
That was great. That was such a good moment. Good pick by us, too.
I can summon Nez by saying Keenan Allen or Jordan Mason or JMO, one of these guys, and I can summon Bayou Bengal by saying Devon Vele. It's hilarious, man.
Just appears, but yeah, dude, I'm gonna celebrate. Cheers. Enjoy the stream. You still hanging on, or are you signing off?
I'll do one more draft, man.
Nice.
I'll do one more draft.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'll be watching, but I am gonna hop off. But thanks for having me on. Congratulations, and yeah, I'll talk to you later, man.
Later. Yo, man, shout out to Nez. He's a real one, dude. Always hopping on, just spur of the moment, ready to go, man. That's a real one right there. And happy Keenan Allen signing day to everyone, man. It is August 17th, 2026. A day to remember. Keenan Allen officially signs to the Colts. 1 year deal. I think it said worth up to $8 million. Yeah, 8.32 mil worth up to, man. Before we hop in another draft, I want to show the big dog that we did yesterday. And I remember I said in that stream, I'm really hoping someone else in this lobby does not draft Keenan. And someone did. Yeah, dog. Yeah, we ended up taking Tyquan Thornton with our last pick, which isn't the worst, round 18 pick. This guy right here, Wes 91, took Keenan Allen at 214. But he needs it too, because this guy's receivers, he went super heavy up top with Chase, Nico, Devonta Smith, and then Mike Evans. And then later got Wicks, Tesla, and Keenan. So Keenan Allen definitely helps this guy a ton. And I was wondering, man, I'm wondering if you guys would be interested. I know we like team breakdowns and everything. This is a big dog. In breaking down all 12 teams in this big dog and seeing where we stand. Might do that sometime. But hell yeah, dude. That was lit. Keenan Allen signing day, so exciting. Now, let's hop in another draft, man. I think we're just going to hop in one more puppy. And if y'all want to join, we're going to join this in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Full lobby. if you want in, there's plenty of spots. Draft them with some friends and family in this one. What pick we going to get? It's taking forever. All right, pick 10. Make it a money. We got Sanka in here. Peyton the Legend Manning again. Killer Kazoo. I recognize. Libra made it in here as well. If you're in this draft, let me know. Let me know where you are drafting from. Beck, a familiar name to Hartman asking, have you ever clicked a BBMD extension? It syncs your teams after the draft and it gives it a grade. No, I haven't at all. I've seen people do that. I've never figured it out. I don't know. Is it only a thing you can do on desktop? Because I've only gone on BBMDB on mobile. So if it's on desktop and you want to talk me through how to do it, or figure it out, then we can do that, man. But I don't know. I don't really put too much weight into grades and all that stuff, but it is just interesting to see. Yeah, we got Beck in here at the 6. Yeah, and if I remember correctly, my apologies, because there was a lot of stuff that happened yesterday, but I'm pretty sure that our last BBM was paid for by Beck. So appreciate that. All right, Sensor also couldn't figure it out. It's not just me then. I don't know. Is it just a desktop thing where you can look at that stuff on BBMDB? I've only ever looked on mobile, so I really don't know. And let me remind myself what tournament I'm in before I forget. I am in the Puppy 3, so we don't have a BBM mishap. But, dude, how funny would it be if I just shit BBM with that last draft? And then, January 5th, the day after I win, we go back, we look at that stream, and that's how it went. That would be hilarious, man. Okay, we're on the clock right now. CeeDee Lamb's here if we want a receiver, or we go James Cook, Ashton Jeanty. I'm still the running back here. I still want James Cook. I go back and forth between Cook and Jeanty, but I still kind of lean towards Cook a little bit. It is desktop only, not really worth figuring out on stream. Just a fun little thing, but doesn't mean much. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out on desktop sometimes. It's an extension, like an overlay, but it doesn't actually show anything during the draft. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Okay. I thought it was just something in BBMDB, but okay, that makes sense. Oh, wow. Well, we got Jeanty to fall all the way back. Yeah, I'll take that. So we start James Cook, Ashton Jeanty from pick 10. I love that start. Team 11 right next to us got a little weird. Went Chase Brown, Kenneth Walker for 2 guys who normally go in round 2. Fun to do sometimes. Then Libra got CeeDee Lamb at the turn and pulled up the big dog, Derrick Henry. Interesting. I'm so upset that we didn't get Keenan Allen in that big dog. So upset now. But happy Keenan Allen sign day, man. That's insane. And hopefully Keenan Allen just blessed me in Best Ball Mania and help ship that team. I realized I didn't even review my final team with y'all. I don't know if you guys even care too much, but we got a little distracted, man. And appreciate you Game Type smashing that thumbs up button. Yeah, if y'all have not done so already, go down, hit that like button for me, man. Subscribe if you have not already. We're streaming every day, having a great time doing it. So really appreciate all the support, man. And I don't know if we can really top all the support we got yesterday, ever, but we could try. It's pretty sick. Okay. Neighbors at 22. Interesting. Olave's been a big riser as well. Sanka taking him at the turn feels quite nice. I am a little underweight on Olave. If I had to guess, I'm probably around 6%, maybe 7. And I was just taking Zay Flowers above him for the most part, which I thought was right without the Tyson injury. I still think is good good logic, but man, these receivers are going. Holy, the last 9 picks have been receivers. Oh my god, dude. The estrogen is all the way out today. My goodness. But we have 2 teams that started 3 wide receivers and 4 teams that started 2 running backs, 2 teams that started 1 running back, 2 receivers. It's a interesting draft so far. Would I take Breece Hall here if he falls? I think so. Yeah. I'm going to take Breece Hall on this team with James Cook and Ashton Genty. I don't think it's going to be paired together too often in this tournament because this is 86.8% filled. And Breece Hall was actually rising recently because of the news that he's just going to be the bell cow running back on the Jets. But only, pretty much like the last couple days, mainly yesterday and today, Breece Hall has been falling with this injury news. So James Cook, Genty, Breece Hall is going to be very, very unique in this contest specifically. Now, if I get Higgins on the way back too, we're cooking. What is Am Kafi going to do? Goes Tet. So we get T. Higgins on the way back too, man. This is a beautiful, beautiful start. We have James Cook, Ashton Genty, Breece Hall, and T. Higgins round 4 as our first receiver. Yeah, this team fucks, dude. This team fucks. Yo, what's up, Emo? How we doing? Hey, Emo, if you're down to hop on for 5 minutes and celebrate Keenan Allen signing day, man, you're welcome. We just had Nez on real quick to celebrate Keenan Allen signing day, and all the Keenan Allen truthers are welcome on the channel right now to take a little victory lap. Although I'm a little upset we didn't get him in the big dog. I am, because both of us are on him, man. Both of us are in on Keenan Allen, but dude, it was like one day too many, man. We were like just getting like it's oh well, Tyquan Thornton's not a bad pick either. Yeah, let Nez keep the glow. No problem, man. You guys had a busy night tonight on the tower. I caught all of the Herzig, and then I started this stream pretty much right when Herzig got off. But yeah, that was a fun tower stream as well. Yeah, we did get enough of our guy for sure. I went through some of my exposures in Best Ball Mania. I think I have like 9%. It said, which honestly I'm totally happy with. And then the Eliminator, I have 25. So I'm pretty happy with that. First down fantasy, though, 76% on DK. Holy. And Keenan, definitely a better pick on DK, full point PPR, too. So that's pretty sweet, man. Pretty sweet. Yeah, we should have known the grown-ass man signs on a Monday. And definitely feel like the Jordan Tyson news really, really pushed them to sign him today. Feel like, the agent probably got a little bidding war going on or something there. Curious to know where he goes in this draft. I mean, we have a lot of friends and family in here, and we were all just talking about him. And we talked about where we think he would go. Kind of landed around like between Denzel Boston and Jalen Naylor is where we think Keenan Allen should go. Like when we scroll down here, looking at these receivers, yeah, I think right in between Denzel Boston and Jalen Naylor is where Keenan Allen should be going. So yeah, 140 to 150 feels appropriate. One pick away right here. Would I take Bucky if he's there? I don't take a lot of Bucky, man. As a 4th running back, though, stopping at 4 could sell ourselves on it, but honestly, I'd rather get stronger at other positions and just take his teammate Gainwell as a 4th if I really had to choose. But Christian Watson, Romo Dunze, I'm going to be looking at one of these guys on my team. And I think I am going to go Rome. I still don't all the way trust Christian Watson either. But the Burden injury kind of gives me the edge for Romo Dunze. Plus, like the Week 17 matchup too is a big tiebreaker. Green Bay plays the Texans, and Romo Dunze plays the Saints. Or sorry, not the Saints, the Lions. And dude, the Lions secondary is so ass. So pretty happy there taking him. Now this pick sucks. Carnell Tate, Brian Thomas, not really too into either of them. Could just take Joe Burrow here too. I think I will. Yeah, let's do that. I feel like I haven't taken Joe Burrow with T. Higgins in a while. So let's do it today. And yeah, I don't know. Most of the picks in round 6 don't feel good. So getting Joe Burrow, who I just like as well, I'm going to take. Maybe I could have taken another share of Brian Thomas, who I don't have too much of, and then possibly look at Trevor Lawrence on the way back. But I'm happy with Joe Burrow right here. And there's some nice receivers at the next turn too. Yeah, Keenan in round 19-20 on DK2 is ridiculous. I know he was very buried there. Keenan Allen just went 133 in a puppy that Danimal is in right now. All right. Yeah, I mean, 133 is not horrible. It feels a little aggressive. But, you know, that's what people do, man. We overreact immediately, and everyone just tries to outbid each other. Now, I'm also curious to see where Jordan Tyson goes in this draft. I believe he went around pick 90 in the BBM that we just did, which I don't like at all. Okay, quarterbacks are going more and more. Daniels, May, Hurts, all off the board. If Caleb comes back, he falls to the 80s pretty frequently now. I would consider him. Go Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams to stack with T. Higgins, Rome. You know, lock those guys up and then just, you know, hammer receiver the rest of the draft pretty much, and tight end too. But make it money says, I think I'm the only one who wants nothing to do with Keenan Allen this year. Maybe. I mean, I was with you for most of the offseason. I'll be honest. It was only like probably around June. I started clicking Keenan Allen, or like late May. I got a little Keenan Allen curious. Mostly in the Eliminator. I was clicking him a ton in the Eliminator. But yeah, I was much more into Keenan Allen last year because I was pretty confident that he was going to end up going back to the Chargers, which is what did happen. And I think I had around like 40% when he actually signed to the Chargers there. And yo, what's up, No Cap Mac? Welcome. Enjoyed seeing you in the chat yesterday during the 5-hour live stream. Appreciate you coming out today as well. And Trevor Lawrence does get taken. This is one thing I thought about with Beck. I thought Beck might be interested in him because he pulled up Parker Washington to 54. And it's just get your guys season, man. This round 7 also just sucks. So, like, why not? Tucker Kraft goes. Caleb is still here. Jonathan Brooks also still here, which is interesting. Jonathan Brooks has not been a big faller. What is this guy going to do? He does take Caleb, so I think I need DK Metcalf right here. I just, or No, let's do it, man. Let's take Brooks on this team. Yeah, let's do it. Brooks falls to 82. It's kind of never falling anymore. And in this puppy, feels like a good pick. As our fourth running back, too, it's a pretty fun fourth running back to get for his upside. So I'm definitely done at 4. We'll do this hyper fragile build and see if we can land this plane. So AMCAF does not get Metcalf and takes Downs instead, which is interesting. And there goes Cortland Sutton too. So I was kind of hoping that Cortland Sutton fell back to me. Just missed out on him. Oh boy, this is dicey at receiver. We need upside. I'll take the lemon. Pick 87. Why not? Little uneasy about him missing a bunch of training camp. But when we're fading wide receiver this much, I want some guys with some serious upside. And Lemon has more upside than all the guys remaining. So that's what I'm going to go with. Yeah, could have taken Diggs. Feels like a real safe play. And I don't feel like I need to reach like 15 picks for Diggs right here. He does go at 92. That's fine. This guy, Jaden Daniels, though, makes sense. At 87, that feels a little rich for me to take Diggs personally. What's the right price for Tyson now? Dude, me personally, it is 120 to 150. I think 120 is probably the earliest you should take him. I don't think he's going to come back before the bye week. They have a week 8 bye. Supposed to miss 2 months. And we're a few weeks away from the season. So, I mean, if like week 6 is the target date right now, I don't see why they would rush that with his injury history and just being a rookie, unless they're really trying to compete, getting a little desperate or whatnot. But I'm just going to be completely out. I was already really out and low, but now for sure. And Killer Kazoo, you're in the chat. I don't know if you've heard, man, but Jordan Tyson out for 2 months. I wouldn't take him here at 76. Just for the future. At least it's only a $5 draft, though. 4 picks away. I'm curious to know where Alec Pierce ends up going now, too. Josh Downs didn't really fall in this draft much. He went at pick 83, so that's pretty much right where his ADP is. I would not be taking him there. Alec Pierce goes here at 104 to make the money. That, I still don't feel too confident in that, if I'm being honest. Now, with this next pick, am I taking Mahomes if he's there? Okay, Mahomes goes. So Wan'Dale Robinson is a very, very easy pick for me. Gives me some nice floor, and I desperately need it on this team when my receivers are Higgins, Rome, Lemon, and Wan'Dale. And here, I'm trying to see what I want to do at quarterback, man, because I don't feel so great with my quarterback options. Here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take Casey Concepcion with my next pick. Or do I want Romeo Dobbs? Stribling's there too. It's a little rich. I'm going to take Concepcion. What I'm going to do on this team is try and get some of these more expensive rookies like Lemon and Concepcion that really can just break out. I was looking at Stribling there too as an option, but I really just don't have much Casey Concepcion at all. I'm very, very, very light. I might have like 1%, honestly, of Casey Concepcion. So I'll be happy to take a share right here at 111, player who's rising. And if we get desperate enough, we can take a Shadur Sanders or something at quarterback. But little recap, we have Joe Burrow at quarterback. Really happy I took him, looking how this draft is turning out. And then running backs, we have James Cook, Ashton Genty, Breece Hall, and Jonathan Brooks. So we're definitely stopping at 4 right there. Wide receivers, T. Higgins, Rome Odunze, Mekhi Lemon, and Wan'Dale Robinson, with Casey Concepcion too. So Concepcion, Mekhi Lemon, these guys are very, very high upside rookies. Also very, very low floor. Huge ranges of outcomes. But when I'm drafting like this and I'm putting so much capital into running back, I need the type of receivers that can truly just break out and smash their ADP. Lemon, Concepcion, they fit that mold. Where if Lemon establishes himself as the RB2, or sorry, wide receiver 2 in Philly, maybe Wicks, his drop issues continue or something like that, then yeah, super, super high upside player. Sanka takes Debo. Debo probably would have been a pick that I made as a veteran with my next round pick to kind of help balance that out a little bit. Yeah, happy Keenan Allen day, man. It is a happy Keenan Allen day. And we are 6 picks away. Some nice players still on the board. There's a lot of players falling, it feels like, in this draft. Romeo Dobbs, 124. That's a really nice price on Dobbs, I must say. Coker at 122. So these receivers are getting pulled up. Don't love that. Baker goes. Don't love that either, because I would have loved Baker Mayfield or Kyler Murray, who also got taken. And now feels pretty dry. Could just get wild and take Keenan and then take Daniel Jones if we really want to. I don't know if I'm quite that desperate yet, though. There goes Khalil Shakir and George Kittle. Jaden Higgins is here. Rashid Shaheed's here. Yeah, Rashid Shaheed is still my guy. We're taking Shaheed as our 6th receiver. And we're just playing catch-up, man. We're playing catch-up at receiver. And it's starting to come together a little bit. Starting to come together and feel better. Yeah, Kittle fell pretty far in this one. Went right before me at 129. Kittle would have been an interesting bring back for Mekhi Lemon, the little Philly San Francisco. Even though I'm not really trying to stack that game, I don't have either of their quarterbacks. Okay, well, Daniel Jones got taken, so I'm happy I didn't take Keenan and then try to take Daniel Jones. But with this pick, I am going to take Sam Darnold to stack with Rashid Shaheed. Sam Darnold and Rashid Shaheed is kind of my break glass in case of emergency stack right there. So I am happy to take them both. Now we have Joe Burrow stacked with Higgins and then Shaheed stacked with Darnold. Caught up pretty nicely at receiver. I mean, Higgins, Rome, Lemon, Wan'Dale, Casey Concepcion, and Shaheed. It's really not a bad group of 6 receivers. So I'm happy with that. And House is coming together. We still obviously have 0 tight ends, but if we're doing a hyper fragile build, we have to fade one position. Or at least that's how you should build a hyper fragile, where if you're spending so much capital at running back, I really don't think you want to feel weak at more than one position in a draft, or else it feels pretty thin. But tight end, definitely the best position to be weak at if you're going to be weak at any. Malik Willis off at 141. Jalen Naylor goes 142. Also, I saw Najee Harris visited the Giants today. Interesting. There was some rumors that they were looking at like adding another veteran free agent running back, which I have a lot of Tyrone Tracy So it's not great for all my Tracy bags. And we also just took Tracy in the $500 big dog last night, which was my decision right there. But I don't know, man. They could also just be not impressed whatsoever with Najee Harris. And it didn't come out that he signed, so we'll have to keep an eye out later this week to see if he does. But we are on Keenan Allen watch. Keenan Allen does go at 147 in this draft to Peyton the Legend Manning. Not going to lie, I was kind of really hoping that he fell back to 154. Oh, Dean. Okay, Dean, you're Peyton the Legend Manning. Okay, I didn't know that. Got it. Got your very first share of Keenan Allen. Hey, there you go, man. Happy to be a part of it. Unless it's the reason why you advance over me in this draft, then I will not be as happy. But pretty nice pick right there. Tyrone Tracy's still available. I can't take him. I'm done at running back. Completely done. Woody Marks goes. Yeah, I think I need Hunter Henry right here. I don't love Hunter Henry, but for a first tight end, feels like there's a pretty big tier break after him. So let's just take Hunter Henry with this pick and not mess around with it too much. That's cool with me. Marshawn Lloyd goes. Libra gets Tyrone Tracy at 156. I get the idea that, Tracy might be in the doghouse for missing a block, but it's one block as well. Not the biggest deal, right? At least I hope. So I'm going to tell myself, but I'm going to get Trey Harris right here as my 7th receiver. Just a really high upside player. And man, he's been making some plays in training camp. Been making some really nice catches. And very live to just surpass Quentin Johnston as the number 2 on the Chargers. QJ was a first-round pick, but Trey Harris was a second-round pick last year. It's not too bad either. Tank Dell goes right after, which makes me pretty happy with where I took Trey Harris. Hey, appreciate you, Turbo. Happy Keenan Allen signing day. Let's go. Dynasty letting us know Keenan Allen went 145 in the overflow. Yeah, so Nez and I are on fucking point with this shit, man. We were saying between 140, 150, and he goes 145, 147. So there you go, man. We are seeing the matrix right now. But Pantera letting us know he just took Keenan Allen at 226 on DraftKings. Bro, these DK people are sleeping, man. Sleeping. Also, speaking of pictures, man, this AJ Barner picture, bro, this guy looks like a fucking dog. He's got a thick ass head, dude. This dude's got a melon on him, man. Love me some AJ Barner. Dean asked Jalen Naylor or Keenan Allen, so you took them both. Hey, you got them both, man. It's kind of a toss-up. I would prefer Keenan Allen over Jalen Naylor personally. I prefer Trey Tucker over Jalen Naylor if I'm being honest. But Naylor definitely could be live to smash this year. I mean, now that Allen signed, there's no chance that he's going to go to the Raiders, which was a slim possibility. And it seems pretty clear that Naylor and Trey Harris are going to be the top options in that back or in that wide receiver room. So both are probably great values. Oh, you alternate between them? Yeah, they could both have big spikes. You're right about that. I think Jalen Naylor, another victory lap for me. No one else was talking about Jalen Naylor pre-draft before he signed except for me. And a lot of people are giving me shit for it too, for pulling Jalen Naylor up in round 20. Because, dude, pre-draft, you had to scroll down far for Jalen Naylor, but it's like, why not, man? Going to be a free agent. He got some buzz that, he was going to get a decent contract. So happy with those bags that I have. I just realized how dark it got so quick, man, in my apartment. I'm going to take Terrence Ferguson here first. I'm not going to try and get cute, push it around the turn. Let me get my second tight end with Hunter Henry. They have the same bye week. I could not care less. And see who's available with this next pick. See what AMCAF does. Goes Caleb Douglas. That would have been my pick as well. So I think I'm going to take another tight end here. And I'm going to take Freiermuth as my third tight end. And this might even be a 4 tight end team. Hunter Henry, Terrence Ferguson, Pat Freiermuth. I think I can afford a 4th because I'm stopping at 4 running backs. I have Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold at quarterback. I'm stopping at 2. And then receivers, I don't need 9. I'm going to stop at 8. So yeah, I think I might take a fourth tight end on this team. Question taking the entire Giants offense. That's very fair too, man. Very fair just to fade the Giants offense as a whole. Cannot blame you for that whatsoever. I don't have the best Giants vibes this year as well. The reason why I have a pretty decent sized bag of Tyrone Tracy is really just because I've been fading Cam Scatterbo the entire offseason. I do not feel good when I click him, man. I don't. And I don't even really click him myself. It's when I draft with other people and they make me click him for him. So yeah, man. But I'm happy with it, man. I'm happy with it. Ray Davis off the board, 193. Malachi Fields, 192 as well. He caught a nice touchdown in the preseason game. Emo Cowboy and I took him in our $500 big dog yesterday. I do like that pick a lot. I like the Malachi Fields pick in the big dog. And there goes Vele. That's a really great pick by Killer Kazoo. Honestly, maybe I should have taken Vele over Freiermuth. I was kind of just thinking if I'm going to get a receiver, it would have been Caleb Douglas at that price. It's kind of where my head was at. There's a lot of options here, man. I've wanted to do more scroll downs, man. Like I want to take some Josh Palmer sometimes on like a Josh Allen team or something, you know? Chris Bell's an interesting click as well. Just got activated from the NFI list. Torrey Horton could be an option for us. Keon Coleman's interesting. Kayshon Boutte. Isaac Tesla. I don't love Isaac Tesla. I'll be honest. Centex Legends guy. Calvin Ridley is here. Who do I want to take at receiver? Torrey Horton obviously stacks up with Sam Darnold. So that makes it interesting for me. There goes Vidal. I think I am going to go Torrey Horton on this team. Yeah, let's do it. We have Sam Darnold. We're making a bet on Seattle. So let's get Horton, man. He was showing out last year before he got hurt. And then going to take one more tight end as well to end this off. Mike Gesicki could be an option, or Eric All. It's one or the other. But as my 4th tight end, I'd rather risk the 0 in Eric All. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take Eric All to stack with Joe Burrow and Horton to stack with Darnold for our last 2 picks. When in doubt, round 17, 18, if you can get guys stacked with their quarterback, feels like a great move. Yo, what's up, Air Hefe? how we doing? Where did Keenan Allen go? He went 147 in this draft, and we were also told that he went at 145 in the overflow draft. Why has there not been a good tight end on the Bengals with such good passing numbers? I mean, they just haven't had a guy, I guess. I was actually pretty in on Gesicki last year because he was like the only real tight end option. But then he got like injured and banged up and, classic Mike Gesicki stuff. So that didn't work out too well. But dude, Eric All, he might be that guy. He's a really good blocker, and Mike Gesicki's not. So that's just automatically going to get him on the field already. And as a fourth tight end, I'd rather go with the guy who could just be a 0, but could also just be a very low drafted, high upside player. And wow, Braylon Allen goes at 215 in this draft. That's a phenomenal pick. With the Breece Hall news, I mean, I took Breece in the 3rd round still, but Braylon Allen, second last pick of the draft, feels pretty good. But this is an interesting team, man. I don't build like this too often. A 2-4-8-4, but I think it works, man. I think it works. So we have Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold as our quarterbacks. Running backs, James Cook, Ashton Genty, Breece Hall, and Jonathan Brooks as our running backs. Hyper fragile build, but hey, Cook, Genty, studs. And then we're taking the big swing on Breece Hall, just assuming he's going to be healthy and that bell cow. And then high upside play for Jonathan Brooks as our 4th, who could smash his ADP, could be a complete 0. But that's why we call it hyper fragile, Receivers, we have T. Higgins, Rome Odunze, Mekhi Lemon, Wan'Dale Robinson, Casey Concepcion, Rashid Shaheed, Trey Harris, and Torrey Horton. I think we landed the plane at wide receiver. We're obviously making a huge bet on T. Higgins as our wide receiver 1 and Rome with the fall down to Lemon. But if Lemon and Casey Concepcion, if they're both able to break their ADP and reach their ceiling, then it's really, really going to help this team out. And that's what we got to draft for, man. Wan'Dale Robinson, Casey Concepcion, Shaheed, Harris, Horton. I like it. And 4 tight ends, Hunter Henry, Terrence Ferguson, Pat Freiermuth, and Eric All. Not bad. Not bad. A little thin, but I think it works. Now, man, I'm going to have to get off because I was off work for the past 2 weeks, hence like the super long streams and everything, man. But I am back to work now, and I'm up early, and you can see in my face, dude. I'm already like still. I look like shit right now from yesterday still, and I only got like 4 hours of sleep yesterday, so I gotta fix that tonight, man. But yo, we'll be back tomorrow. I love you, Joy's beautiful, and we are gonna end this stream. Hey, damn it! Hey, down. Hey, boy. Yo, oh, dude, I just fell off my stool too. Yo, what a way to end this stream. Okay.